a completely different climate when it comes to FIFA esports. The game is different, the meta is different, and for me, I just feel like Zezinho is in with a shout for this. This is the match that everyone has been waiting for. $50,000 on the line. Both players guaranteed themselves the ranking points already. It's just playing to get your name on that trophy. Lift the trophy in Paris, that FUT Champions Cup in all its glory.
Will it be Msdossary making it 4 FUT Champions Cups, or will it Zezinho getting his name on the illustrious trophy?
And getting South America on the trophy as well, Richard Buckley. We are playing on Xbox in this first leg, so Msdossary's home console. And then we will move over to PlayStation for the second leg. You know that's how the cross-console finals work. The best player on Xbox up against the best player on PlayStation from the weekend. Zezinho, what a move as well in the rankings for him. Up into the top 5. 2,900 points to his name.
And you would probably say that enough points on the board to solidify a grand final spot, given how the rest of the season is looking. It's in his own hands. He's got another tournament at FUT Champions Cup Stage 5. You saw Msdossary there just flicking on striker drop back in his quick tactics.
Just one of them, Richard. South America for a long time in FIFA esports. They've been getting top 4 finishes in FUT Champions Cups throughout this year. It honestly surprised you. You've never seen them pick up a trophy in a FUT Champions Cup or an EA Major as of yet. Could it all change in Paris? Might be on his away console, but I honestly don't think it's going to matter to him at all. Johan Cruyff into R9 to get this final underway potentially. Virgil van Dijk did stay strong at the back and is able to defend for Msdossary early on.
And I tell you what, this first 15 minutes, Zezinho has settled very, very comfortably on the Xbox. Playing the ball around, a little bit of strafe dribbling as well in the attacking areas. And Msdossary-esque, giving the ball away a couple of times here.
What a run in the tournament he's had, Richard. Getting himself through Swiss, went into the round of 16, and for a point you were thinking it was going to be deja vu. The man that knocked him out last time in a semi-final. He was able to beat him 4-2 in Diogo in the round of 16. Went through the quarterfinals, knocked out Atlanta champion Oli Lito. Chance now, Zezinho on the volley, that goes wide. And then moved on into a semi-final today. 5-4 win against Mino, when his back was against the wall on a number of occasions for Msdossary. He was 2 goals behind and was able to win 5-4 on aggregate. It went down to the Xbox final, and it was such a good final. You can see it at the bottom of your screen there. 2-2, over 2 legs and extra time. Penalties were needed to decide it, and Msdossary finds himself in this final right now.
Held his nerve in the final. The better of the 2 players did. Tundra Msdossary. Zezinho, on the other hand, the Brazilian, with a 2-0 victory over Paulo Neto in the round of 16. It was a 3-0 win against Oli Bolli in the quarterfinals, and then saw out and really put on a defensive masterclass against Maestro. 1-0 in the semi-finals. Squeaked his way past Luca in the finals, and an outpour of emotion as he cemented his place in this cross-console final. Both players already confirmed 2,000 points, but the winner of this will walk away with $50,000.
The important factor for Zezinho, the PlayStation 4 console final curse is broken on the 3rd time of asking. This time, beating Lucas. 3-2, as you said, hanging in there in the last few minutes in a grand final. Doing it not just for Benfica or himself, for South America as well. Msdossary, though, you just can't look past the facts. This will be his 4th FUT Champions Cup final. Hasn't lost one.
From memory as well, all of the previous finals that he's been in, I seem to remember them being very comfortable victories. Maestro, FUT Champions Cup 6, the FUT Champions Cup 2 win against Nicholas, and then beating Eisvogel in Manchester, April 2018. They were all seemingly just run-at-the-mill victories.
And that could have been Zezinho in that final in Manchester. It was Eisvogel that did beat Zezinho in the PlayStation 4 console final. 2 years on from that, we're in a final in Paris. Hill-to-Hill runs out of play for Msdossary, still goalless, 36 minutes in the clock in leg one. It is on Xbox, as we said, the Sari's home console, home leg. And then, of course, it moves over to PlayStation to decide it all on an aggregate scoreline. Chance for Msdossary now. Tried to use that heel-to-heel once again from Cristiano Ronaldo. Didn't open up anything for him. You look at both of these teams, Richard. You look and you say, are these the winning formulas from 11 players on the pitch? Both are back in that CDM choice of Ruud Gullit and Frankie de Jong. But Matthias de Ligt, the only player that's really different in both of these teams, and that is for Msdossary.
He's been a rock at the back, has Matthias de Ligt for Msdossary. Couple of huge clutch tackles against Tex, keeping him in the tournament in extra time. Also with the goalkeeper movement, I heard Dan and Mark talking about it earlier. He's so aggressive with his goalkeeper movement, is Msdossary. So if you can just wait a couple more seconds and do have the patience and the composure inside the box, you can catch Msdossary out.
Added time of just 2 minutes left in this first leg. Nothing to cheer about as of yet. No shots registered for both of these two. Msdossary, a player that has been able to prove himself on his away console, so to speak. He's already done it 3 times in previous FUT Champions Cup finals. Half-time in leg number 1, goalless so far. It's really hard to call he's been the better player.
You see there the stats at half-time. 1 shot, 1 on target. As you see conversations, and you hear conversations off camera here between Msdossary and Lev, and also Zezinho and his coach Vieira in at centre-back alongside Virgil van Dijk, de Jong and Ruud Gullit as your 2 DMs as we do get underway here in the second half on the first leg of your cross-console final. Msdossary up against Zezinho.
As we said, Msdossary on his home console in this game. Needs a big start, needs a goal as well, or something to take into the second leg. Or has Zezinho got other ideas? R9 into Johan Cruyff. This is a chance, and it will be a goal as well. He's been such a danger man for him throughout this tournament. And he proves his price tag in the biggest of finals for him.
Straight away from the get-go in the second half. Johan Cruyff, the clutch player for Zezinho throughout this entire tournament, fired him into a 1-goal lead.
And let's remember, that is the away player in this first leg. PlayStation 4 champion does lead on the Xbox.
Just to add clarity, there are no home or away goals. It's just he qualified on the PlayStation, so this would be his less preferred, his less favourable console.
Msdossary, Ronaldo! A blink for a second, and I nearly missed it. Instant reply from the 2018 world champion.
Hitting back straight from kickoff, as he has done time and time again in this tournament. Msdossary levelling the game up, 1 goal apiece. And the lead that Zezinho was looking to hold on to, wiped away in 1 quick fell swoop from Msdossary.
Instant reply. He knows how important this first leg is for him. To keep himself in a game. You look at the results that Zezinho's had in knockout football. Didn't concede across 6 legs of FIFA. That's from the round of 16, quarter-final and semi-final. But he did play. Interesting touch there from De Ligt. Able to keep possession for Msdossary. He's just got a very interesting way of playing as the Saudi Arabian.
Well, his wing play is so good for Msdossary. He finds gaps to play the ball from out wide to in field that a lot of other players don't even see, never mind try and attempt to play the ball. But as I was talking about earlier, Msdossary, he's had years of competing. He's always found the best way of scoring, and he takes what he learnt in previous FIFAs from previous champions and just sort of molds it into his own game. Whether it's goalkeeper movement, whether it's certain skill moves inside the box, shooting very instinctively at the near post. One goal he scored against Tex. He played it in field, the first goal of that final actually, and just hit it straight away at the near post. It's instinctive, it's in his DNA. You don't have to think about that.
Also deserves credit as well, Rich, is the way that both these players have been able to adapt for so many years across different FIFA titles, in different tournaments. You would honestly say there's a reason why. They're both in this grand final. Not only what they've proved to us this weekend, but month after month in competitive FIFA. Cruyff's actually going to pick that up. He was a little bit too aggressive there. Will be a foul. Back to Zezinho. Chance to pause and just take a drink. A little sip of water. Cruyff will be coming off. Messi will come on. Maybe one more change as well. Eusebio will be the out-and-out striker. And it will be 3 changes. It will be Pele also being introduced for Msdossary.
And you talk about an away console for Msdossary, but he's had numerous tournament experiences playing on the PlayStation 4, also winning on the PlayStation 4.
Well, not that game just yet. 20 minutes away from moving on into the second leg. All square at the moment. It's exactly what you want from a grand final. Keep it contested, keep it tight till the last minute or so. We saw how close both console finals were. How good the Xbox one was. Went to a penalty shootout, for God's sake. Where it had to be decided. I had no idea which way it was going to go. Msdossary did enough. We're a long, long way away from presuming a penalty shootout here in this final. Eusebio tried just to pull off that accelerated fake shot. Round his man, Carlos Alberto. That's a little bit dodgy from Zezinho. Could have been made to pay for it.
Just trying to dink the ball out of the back there as well.
That's a great ball. He can latch onto it. It's a long ball over the top. It's Route 1 football, and Pele nearly ball rolled Alisson.
The pass before that, probably got confidence in his own ability right now. This is the furthest he's ever been in a tournament, but you do need to play with an air of caution. As he did try launching that ball over the top, and it's all wing play right now for both of these two. Trying to find the gaps in behind the fullbacks as the middle of the pitch. Very crowded with bodies.
Seems to be the way to try and break down your opponent. Especially with in and around the box, down the centre of the field, being so tightly compact. Get the ball down the flanks. That's where players are having success, when they can beat a fullback, they can cut inside, and then they can find that killer pass, which 9 times out of 10 will lead to a goal. It's another long ball over the top. It's just a gamble every time, isn't it? It's a case of, is my fullback good enough to win this in the air?
Also, a lot of players don't actually like going for the header with the player. They'll not input a controller input into the controller.
This is nice. Messi on the finesse! Oh, just off the upright.
For the simple fact that you could play that over the top and take a bad touch off your player, knock it out and give the ball back. So they'd rather take a touch manually, let the AI just control it and then try and play.
What a chance that was for Zezinho. Fresh off the bench, Messi with his first chance on goal. You don't often see a finesse just curved in on the edge of the box, especially for a top corner. Messi wanted to prove different. Added time to follow in this first leg. Remember, he's being played on the Xbox. We move over to the PlayStation 4 leg 2. Added time of just 2 minutes. Msdossary with one of the last chances of the game. If he can move this ball forward, Andy Robertson finds himself in a very unfamiliar position on the edge of the box. Ronaldo, watch out for Frankie de Jong. He's trying to find that killer pass. Interchange as well. Will get the ball back, will the Dutchman. And referee, that's full time. Leg 1, all square at 1-1 in the break in this grand final.
And everyone was sort of counting Zezinho out before this game even started, but if you look at this year's results in FIFA 20, he's had better results than Msdossary. And the last time that Msdossary were in a cross-console final, he went in as a massive favourite. Mo Alba beat him. Nobody expected Mo Alba to beat Msdossary. They just didn't, and he came out in the second leg and did a job on Msdossary, did the German world champion. Zezinho now going back to his preferred console on the PlayStation 4. He's come away with a 1-1 draw against Msdossary. This is looking very, very rosy in the Zezinho camp.
I honestly think with how the FIFA 20 play style is right now, this is Zezinho's.
I wouldn't go that far. But I think that the so-called heavy favourite mentality has been completely wiped away, and you've got a one-legged game for $50,000.
Which will certainly make things even more interesting. Over to the PlayStation 4. If you look at knockout football, Zezinho has, of course, been very convincing. Msdossary.
This conversation right here. Zezinho just said he's too good. His coach coming in with, he's beatable. You can do this.
It's not the mentality for Zezinho there. Back yourself. You're in a grand final. You've proved your worth on the PlayStation.
Unbelievable insight.
Question is, will there be any more?
I think even he thinks coming into this that he's coming in as the underdog and as the player that he's up against it. That's fascinating.
He's come so far, Richard, and if he says he's better, he's just got a fantastic 1-1 draw against him. Of course, Msdossary is a player who's never lost a FUT Champions Cup final, a cross-console FUT Champions Cup final. This is his 4th Msdossary. Think back, Manchester against Ice Vogel, picked up the win there. Of course, a very, very tight one in December, back in FIFA 19, and then went in against Maestro all the way in April before the playoffs last year. This is the 4th tournament, 4th FUT Champions Cup, I should say, that he's made a grand final.
Love telling Msdossary, focus on when the game is going to start. Focus on the kickoff. From minute 1, you've got to be switched on.
It's a case of getting his team ready. I thought for Msdossary, this is his first time touching a PlayStation 4 controller in a little while. The last time, as we said, was at the grand finals last year against Mo Alba. Yes, he did lose that.
What are your thoughts on that? Because when you've got you're having your coach to come in and tell you that someone's beatable, surely that's...
You need a second voice, don't you?
The mentality is just not right, though. Or is that just the way that he goes into the games, Zezinho? Does he go in with the underdog mentality? Maybe potentially why you see such an outpour of emotion when the game finishes.
As we said, we've never seen a South American FUT Champions Cup winner before. There was a chance back in November, FUT Champions Cup, Stage 1. It was for Filza against Tex. That was their chance. Move on a few months. Stage 4 here in Paris. There's another Brazilian in a grand final. He's in a fantastic position as well. Msdossary, though, as you said, you just can't really go against the facts that he hasn't lost the FUT Champions Cup final. $50,000 on the line as well. Alongside getting your name on that trophy, lifting it after this second leg.
So they had no pressure as well going into this game. Did Zezinho. He's already got the Global Series ranking points to his name. That's what a lot of the players actually come into the tournaments for. They come in for the Global Series ranking points and then probably making sure that they hit a top 4 finish, getting the auto qualification.
But there's the factor of being a champion that simply can't be looked past. You're a champion, you're a FUT Champions Cup winner. You're always going to be remembered for that. Dolomite, yes, went out in Swiss in this tournament, but still, he's a FUT Champions Cup winner.
His name's on the trophy. Nicholas Razek, name on the trophy. Can Zezinho be the first ever PlayStation 4 FUT Champions Cup winner? Headsets are on. We're about to get into this second leg. One game of FIFA to see who is going to be the king of Paris.
Score is all square at 1-1 at the moment. It was Zezinho that bagged an early goal. And finally, looks like we are going to be getting this game underway. PlayStation 4 now. We're over to the second leg. It's all to play for in this grand final. Score remains at 1-1. Zezinho back on his home console. Again, convincing performances we've seen from him throughout the tournament. Went 4-1 in Swiss, only losing to Ramazan in round 2. Came into the knockout stages. Didn't concede a goal until the console final against Lucas. We're back underway for this second half of the grand final. Do not go anywhere. This is unpredictable FIFA esports right now.
Those custom tactics done so quick from Zezinho. Let's see who is going to be victorious. This is the game that everyone looks forward to. Perfectly poised in the second leg.
Msdossary yet to lose a FUT Champions Cup grand final. This is his 4th final. Can he back it up? Or will we see the first ever PlayStation 4 FUT Champions Cup winner? And more importantly, the first ever South American to get their name on the trophy. This game is really in the balance. Anyone's to take. That's a great through ball. This is Msdossary with his first attack in this second leg. Maybe with a point to prove. Interchanges a number of times. The two Dutch CDMs, Frankie de Jong and Ruud Gullit into Ronaldo. That's a very ambitious shot from distance deflection. Does work in his favour.
Do you see what I mean, though, with the instinctive shots? There's no time for thought. He gets it onto the edge of the box and he's looking to open up on a finesse shot with Cristiano Ronaldo.
This is nice. Again, just force that ball in the end.
Heavy.
Seems everything's fallen back to the 2018 world champion at the moment. Kylian Mbappe going to heel to will himself out of play. It will be a goal kick now to be brought back in from Zezinho. His first time to really get on the ball in this second leg from him. Another one of those players to put the air in at centre-back. Msdossary against that.
I can't believe we're already 15 minutes into this second leg. The time flying past for both of these two players. It really is. In my opinion, next goal winner. Whoever scores the first goal in this second leg will be victorious.
It's the same story for both players, Richard. Msdossary conceded a lot more goals than Zezinho, but you look at the results. 3-2 against Olito, quarter-final. 5-4 win in a semi-final against Mino today. And then a penalty shootout win against Tex. Very narrow wins again. 1 goal, 1 chance. Begging to be the difference so far. It's exactly the same story with Zezinho. Nice heel to on the edge of the box. Ronaldo to pick it up and nearly smashed that into the right top corner. Corner straight in. It's out to Ruud Gullit and it's over the bar.
That would have been a ludicrous goal from Cristiano Ronaldo as it came into his chest. He took a touch and then just volleyed it goalwards. And this first 22 minutes...
Yeah, and it's back to Msdossary.
...has been all Msdossary. Zezinho really struggling to get hold of the ball and just get a foot on it. String 4, 5, 6 passes together.
Never seen that as well this weekend, the way he was able just to flick it up with that right stick, straight into the volley. Something we used to seeing last year on FIFA 19. Pull it. Frankie de Jong, look at the red shirts back. Everyone back behind the ball from Zezinho. Does win it. And I'm honestly going to out and say this is maybe the first time that Zezinho could actually be in Msdossary's half if he can get there.
There you go.
There we go, eventually.
It's a great dummy from Zezinho. Even though he's under pressure, he's still got the wherewithal.
Cruyff, R9, links back to Cruyff again, R9. He's got lots of space here, dragged back into the finish and into the bottom corner. It will fly. We had question marks over him going forward. It's his first time in Msdossary's half.
Very, very smart finish from Zezinho as well. The 1-2 between R9 and Johan Cruyff left Msdossary guessing which one was actually going to pull the trigger. I thought the drag back was a little bit telegraphed, to be honest. But R9 kept the ball close enough to his body to be able to fire in with that left foot. And after being seemingly dominated for the opening 31 minutes, it's the PlayStation player in Zezinho to take the lead.
Well, well, well. We're only a third into this second leg, but it looks as if we got a storyline currently being created. South American player leading by a 1-0 in this second leg overall, 2-1. Msdossary did respond just seconds after in the first leg. Can he do it again on his away console? Frankie de Jong once again proving his worth as he has all weekend long. Tracking back from Andy Robertson. This could be dangerous though because Cruyff will get through. He will be onside. There's the linesman on this far hand side. He gets a second. This really could be game over.
And I'm seeing a couple of different moves in and around the box that Zezinho's pulling off. Almost Tex-esque, you'd say. The dummy through the legs to keep hold of the ball. In the first leg, he attempted the half a drag back elastical combination. Just seems very convenient that Zezinho pulling these moves out where for the rest of the tournament we didn't really see him even trying.
Three minutes away from going into the half-time interval in this second leg, being in front by 1-0. Be 45 minutes away from writing himself into the FIFA esports history books. Will be the 12th FUT Champions Cup winner.
There will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Ever since FUT Champions Cups were a thing, back in FIFA 18, all the way back in Barcelona. Chance. There's a little bit of a deflection there, went straight into the body of Alisson. And half-time does lead by 1-0 Zezinho.
You see half-time here between these two.
Try and have a listen in.
Just hearing the input of Lev Vinken here to Msdossary. This is the sort of input that is so insightful for the coach and the player. 45 minutes left of FIFA to be played at FUT Champions Cup Stage 4 if Msdossary doesn't get a goal.
Back underway. 45 minutes away. from lifting the trophy is Zezinho, leading by 2-1. He is on his home console in this second leg. He was able to haggle a draw in his first game. Once again, he does lead in this game. First leg he led, Msdossary replied. Msdossary needs to do it all over again. Msdossary yet to lose a FUT Champions Cup final. This is his 4th one he's been in. Could it all be changing? I mean, many people wrote him off earlier today, Rich, in that semi-final against Mino. He was trailing by 2 goals.
And then against Tex, a late resurgence from the Saudi Prince.
But if Zezinho was to try and break through and score another one, it certainly, I have to say, would be game over. Deflection hasn't worked out in his favour for Zezinho to pick that one back up. But back to your point, definitely. It's been small margins.
And you've got to say they've all been with Msdossary. What a switch that is.
Well, it's Alberto coming onto that one on the far-hand side. Frankie de Jong into R9. This could be a chance now. Using that strafe dribble to try and open up some sort of space for him. R9 tried to just link it in to Johan Cruyff on the edge of the box. You've got 2 players there that have got a 5-star week foot. They're both going to be deadly on the edge of the box. Yet to take a strike with them, though.
30 minutes left for Zezinho to hold on. Or will it be another Msdossary masterpiece?
Watch that run on the far-hand side of your screen. It's Cruyff that's making it R9 instead.
He's done well. He's done so well to keep hold of the ball there.
The thing is, though, Richard, Zezinho would happily see out this 2-1. Of course, he's looking to score another. But we've seen him do it in the tournament already. Mbappe, tiny footwork. Big switch of play. Frankie de Jong will pick that one up on the edge of the box. I doubt he'll be the man to take a shot at goal. Watch out for R9. Watch out for Cruyff.
Overplaying a little bit was Zezinho there.
Sorry, not happy about that one either. Can't get a foot on the ball now. Maybe he can now.
Chance to go forward yet again
Left
for
back's out of
Msdossary.
position. Virgil van Dijk's pulled over as well.
That defence is all over the place, isn't it?
Red shirts everywhere.
He's done well. Frankie de Jong has been remarkable at CDM.
Look at him get forward as well. Literally did an overlap with R9. Pause cued by Msdossary.
Knowing that you have someone in de Jong's capabilities at DM gives you more confidence to put Vieira at centre-back.
Definitely more of a box-to-box midfielder. Frankie de Jong sends a bit more energy on the field from the Dutchman. Cruyff, where's he going to go? R9. This would finish Msdossary in this grand final. He's just dragged back at himself into danger.
Drag back into a cul-de-sac right there for Zezinho. The chance to shoot opened up and just didn't have the confidence. And Msdossary cueing the pause. He knows it's now or never.
Back to Frankie de Jong.
Again, look who's there.
Frankie de Jong on Frankie de Jong, isn't it? It's like the new Hullet on Hullet. Msdossary desperately wants that pause to make an attacking change, to bring on just some fresh players. Under 15 minutes away from answering all the calls.
Is that heavy? He's done well.
From the South America region for a FUT Champions Cup winner.
PlayStation, the first ever FUT Champions Cup, could be coming.
Forget that, yeah. PlayStation players will be calling out for their first ever FUT Champions Cup winner, Msdossary.
Was in.
Going against the facts. This
He
could
could sweat
conclude
it.
this. He's gone for it.
Oh, what's
It's an
happened?
open finish. No, the ball was too heavy. Cruyff into R9. He's onside. And that has to be game over. Is this their time? Is this Zezinho's time?
I thought the chance had gone when Cruyff did at first lapse onto the ball and cling onto it. It got put back across. And can you name a more poignant goal scorer? R9, arguably the best ever player to come out of Brazil, potentially scoring the winning goal for Zezinho.
What a time as well, Richard. Before going into that pause, we knew Msdossary wanted to make a handful of changes to try and just get himself back in this game. He was only trailing by a single goal. Now it's 2 goals. And as you can see, everyone back. Trent Alexander-Arnold at right cam. That's a first.
Yeah, Trent at right cam, De Bruyne at central cam. Both players. I mean, De Bruyne's high. Trent, you're going to be able to pull him back, come back on defence. Mane, another defensive-minded-esque wide player that you can get to just sit back, hold on to this lead. We saw Msdossary. He does have the capabilities to score quick goals when he does go full press. But 9 minutes to score 2 goals to take us to extra time.
Just to put that out there, Richard, this will be the 13th FUT Champions Cup to be awarded to any player from all around the world. South America yet to win a FUT Champions Cup. This will be their time. It's lucky number 13, Richard Buckley. It looks like they're going to be getting their name onto a trophy, a FUT Champions Cup, finally. 8 minutes left. Of course, 13 included Rocky winning that tournament back in FIFA 17. If you want to go by the book, it would be number 12. But it's still a FUT Champions Cup, and his name is still on that trophy. 7 minutes left. Zezinho. I sensed it.
Chance.
I thought maybe something could happen, Richard.
That has to go in. I think 85th minute, if that goes in, you've then got 5 minutes of Msdossary pressing the life out of you. Zezinho has chance now to hold on to the ball. Look at that goal kick. He just kicked about 75 yards.
5 minutes away, Richard. Msdossary's done many things, many magical things over this weekend. I just don't think he's got a comeback in him in this grand final. Possession changes hands again. He can bring on Zidane all he wants. It's not going to change it. Zezinho, lucky number 13, the Brazilian, all the way from South America.
In a weekend where we've seen statistics backing up South American FIFA players asking for more spots in qualifying. This is the ultimate exclamation point.
Does he want a cherry on top of the cake to celebrate? Can't get that ball through. Added time to come. What a tournament this has been in Paris. Paris hosts their first ever FUT Champions Cup. And they continue to create more history in the world of FIFA esports. Added time of 2 minutes has been played. It's lucky number 13. Zezinho will be your FUT Champions Cup winner. South America now have a champion. He's on the trophy. He's done it for Benfica. And that is all you need to see on your screen. Pure passion, pure emotion. Congratulations, Zezinho.
That is what FIFA can do to a man. Bring him to tears. Tears of joy. I spoke about it earlier. You don't know how much this will mean to Zezinho, to his family back home, to Benfica, to Brazil as a nation. Zezinho has done it.
And Msdossary, Richard Buckley, loses his first ever FUT Champions Cup final. Congratulations, Msdossary. Again, one of the most consistent players we are lucky enough to witness year after year. FIFA 17, FIFA 18, FIFA 19, and again in FIFA 20. Backing it up all around the world. But it's all about this man. It's all about Zezinho. FUT Champions Cup, Stage 5 winner. Congratulations, my friend. $50,000 richer. And as we keep talking about, Richard, South America are finally on the trophy. The confetti,
the confetti's deafening. That's what it is. But I don't care because Zezinho has done it for Brazil.
What a moment, Richard. South America.
Stand up.
We talk about them. Making knockout football, making championship Sundays. Brazil finally have their answer. Congratulations, Zezinho.
Zezinho, one more final interview for you. Your first trophy. What does this one mean?
It means so much. As I said in the interview earlier, I didn't expect to go this far this tournament, and playing Msdossary, for me, he's still the best. But it was just amazing, and I can't believe it.
You and so many of your Brazilian teammates here in Paris spoke about wanting to be recognized, wanting to put South America on the map. You are the first Foot Cup champion from South America. How does that sound?
I don't know what to say, really. Like, it feels unbelievable, and I can't believe this is my trophy.
You know what else sounds pretty good? $50,000. What are you going to do with it?
I think I'll hold them for college. I want to go college next when I get over with FIFA. So I'll just save it, and that's it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. A quick break here in Paris. Your winner, Zezinho, this guy, Mike LaBelle, Chew Boy, and Kevin Egan are going to break down this one against